Hey guys, quick little treat today. Quick disassembly video of the SIG MCX Rattler. So, super cool gun. I did a video just talking specifically about this. So you can check that out if you want to know more about it and the 300 blackout round that it shoots. This is just going to be a quick disassembly video of the platform and for field stripping and basic maintenance. So first off, drop your mag, check that it's clear, then we'll toss out the stock, and it's basically an AR at this point with the two pivot pins. Just pop those two out. You can honestly just pop the front one out too, or the rear one. A little bit tight on this guy. So you could just pop that one out, hinge this down, and then pull all your stuff out. But I like to just get the lower away completely. So I'll pop the front one out as well. And in doing so, you can also then remove the front handguard, and you would need to do that in order to get the barrel out and stuff as well. So for now, just tug on that charging handle a little bit. Everything will come right out. The bolt carrier group will separate from the charging handle, and this pops out separately. This is the factory charging handle. I'm definitely going to swap it out with either a Radian Raptor or a Geisley supercharging handle, just as there's not a lot of meat there. It's hard to get a good purchase on this one, I find, especially if you're running the PDW stock. Just being such a wide stock, you know, trying to grip that, really there isn't a lot of room to purchase the tabs on the charging handle very well. But anyways, that's the factory one. Now, your bolt carrier group, this is going to be identical to your MPX to get apart. At least somewhat. It's a bit, well, no, it's a little bit different, but this rear thing here, the little cap that keeps all of the recoil spring and guide rods contained or captive is pinned on with these guys. A little roll pin. You have to knock that out to get this out. But for all intents and purposes, they say you can more or less just leave this assembly alone. You're just going to pop out the firing pin retaining pin. Where's the little? Here we go. To the tip of a round to get it started, and you can pull it out. This one is captive, which is a nice feature now. Now, just pop that firing pin out. Seems to be a little stubborn here. There we go. Very stubborn, very stubborn. But there's your firing pin and firing pin spring. Wipe that off. Next up, it's going to be your cam pin, which is the most tricky thing to get out, just given this recoil assembly up here. And again, it is well worth the hassle to have that advantage of the fact that this being located on top totally reduces the need for a buffer in a stock, like a traditional AR stock, and that allows you to get really compact design and side folding stocks that just end at the receiver. So that's definitely nice. So there, with your cam pin out, again, just wipe that off. Your bolt will pop right out, quite similar to an AR-15 bolt. I'm assuming it's proprietary. I'm not 100% sure, but it's very similar. Give that a good little wipe down. And then you're just left with your carrier. And again, you can wipe that off as well. There is a way to get this all taken off, and you can separate this upper chunk from the bottom chunk, I do believe. But I'm not too worried about that right now. It's not part of what you need to do for regular cleaning and maintenance. I just wanted this to be a quick disassembly and reassembly video. So we'll leave it at that. Now there's your upper. This the handguard is just held on by the tension of it fitting to the receiver. So that just slides right off. And there's two Torx bolts here. I believe they're 25. Feels a little sloppy. It's because it was. They are T27s, and there's a specific way you take this. They're numbered, so that will depend on how you want to take this out. I'm not going to bother with this for right now. but it is handy because now they've, Rattler's released a 5.56 upper for this, or a barrel caliber change kit, which is pretty cool. I wouldn't mind one of those one day. But yeah, there's just these 2 cross bolts that thread out, allowing you to pull out the barrel and piston assembly here. And so you can do cleaning in there as well. But as a piston, basically I think it's a piston tappet system, it's pretty clean, which is nice. So, because this is not a very fun receiver to get in and try and clean. But anyways, that's about all you need to know for your basic stuff. I'll pop everything back together and we'll end the video. If you guys enjoy my content, please follow me on Instagram, which is at arm.and.gun. I'll have a link in the description. Real quick here, I always like to double check before I put this back together which side the cam pin goes through. You can also check on the ejector, because the ejector is going to be on the proper side of the gun, but this way, or the ejecting side of the gun where the ejection port is. But I just like to double check. SIG does make it so that this can only go in the proper hole, which is just a good design feature, helping to put these things back together. Let's go on here. Appears as though I'm putting this in backwards. Okay, once again, I kind of lost track of which one is which. Okay. Trickiest part is going to be lining up the hole in the bolt in the carrier here to get your cam pin back in. Wow, that just takes a little finagling. Oh, it was really easy this time. Okay. And it looks like this one is bi-directional. Doesn't matter which way the cam pin is rotated, as long as it's rotated 90 degrees. And we'll get our... Oh, that's why this was so tight. I remember this before. You have to, there's this safety here. You have to pull up on this to basically allow your firing pin to get in. It kind of restricts the movement, kind of keeps it locked in there. I believe it's just a form of a safety. So we'll keep that all the way in there. Push in your captured firing pin retaining pin, and then let this drop back down. And I think we're all good. I think we're all good. So toss your charging handle in first. Get that started, and then throw your whole carrier assembly in there. And that's it, guys. That's your reassembled upper. Close the dust cover, and then front pin in first. Hinge it closed. A little bit of pressure. Make sure all this stuff is pushed back in. Push down and push that rear pin through as well. And then a quick function check. Safety's good. Trigger drops golden. All right, thanks guys. See you next time.